Cronje leaving the whole DeFi scene thing. It's a giant atomic bomb that was dropped yesterday on Twitter all of a sudden, and it tanked the price of a ton of different assets. So if you own any of them, I myself do own Phantom, just as a disclosure, but nothing else on the list of projects that are getting abandoned. So for those of you who don't know what happened, here's a recap. This guy on the left, Andre Cronje, if you remember from my Wonderland coverage video, he at some point was going to partner with Danielle on the right here to create this project called Solid. I remember all of us were urged to bridge our token into the Phantom network because the top 20 projects on Phantom network will get some of his coins on some of his NFTs and all that stuff. So I was always skeptical all of that. I myself didn't even bridge there because I don't even know about this coin. I don't even know what it does. And I don't even know what the hell this NFT is. So always do your research and always watch my video about simping for founders. So right now, these two are on the bottom of the pile for one simple reason. Apparently, yesterday, Anton Neal. So for those of you who don't know who this guy is, if you do a Google search, he's a senior solution architect for Phantom Foundation. So Phantom Foundation is the company behind the Phantom coin, the Phantom ecosystem. So he's a senior solution architect. He and Andre are good friends. And yesterday he tweeted out that he and Andre and I have decided that we are closing the chapter of contributing to the DeFi crypto space. There are around 25 apps and services that we are terminating on April 3rd, 2022. So, and then here's a list of all the projects that they are terminating. They're quitting. They're not going to work on it anymore. And these are not unknown projects. These projects are big projects. These projects they built the foundation of DeFi. So you have Yearn, you have Keeper, Multichain, Chainless, Solid Exchange, and Bribe Finance. So these are solid, well, no pun intended, but like great ideas for DeFi. I think they move the DeFi space forward a lot. So I respect Anton, I respect Andre for creating these, for working on these things. But I have a problem with the way they disclose all of this. All of a sudden, they're saying they're quitting these projects. Now, I get that. When you're a dev, you work on these projects, and there was a huge thread by DeFi Edge saying that Andre is an introvert. I know a lot of developers are introverts and they don't like the spotlight. But in crypto, when you are a developer, you get involved in a lot of shit dramas. You get a lot of Twitter hates. You get a lot of criticism for your work if you mess something up. And I understand that. Like from my standpoint, I understand that. It's hard, especially when you already made a ton of money like these guys. So Andre and Anton, they probably made a ton of money already. They are rich as hell. They have millions and millions of dollars in their account already for creating these projects. And they should, of course, for creating all of these innovative projects and working on them. Now, if you're a dev and you have a ton of money, you don't need to do this at all. You can retire, just do whatever else. But if you're a dev and you actually love enjoying dev work, you could not get paid a penny and still enjoy your work. That's what they love. So I get that. But when you throw a ton of drama, a lot of hates and all that on Twitter, DeFi Twitter, everything on Discord, it will break you at some point. So that was the reason that was given by Andre and Anton to leave this space altogether because of the toxicity. So they say that they have thought about this for a while now, so they just want to get out. Now, of course, crypto Twitter, the community is all pissed off. They're like, why did you abandon it? And of course, the price of all of these things dropped tremendously yesterday. And we know Phantom's getting wrecked for a while now. It was over $2 at the beginning of this month. Now it's back to 1.4. Same with Solid, which is the exchange. It was launched a while ago and there was a lot of bugs. People were complaining about it. It wasn't well built. It takes a lot of work to build it, but again, This coin was dropping a ton. It was down to 80 cents, 83 cents. It went from $10 to 83 cents. This is as bad as Wonderland. So that's like a 90+% drop in less than a month. So it seems to recover a little bit. It's up 68% since yesterday's drop. There's a reason for that, which I will go into. But the knee-jerk reaction was that it dropped a ton. Same thing with Yearn Finance. It dropped from 19,000 back to 18,000. So all of them dropped. All of these projects that they were supposed to be to quit, they dropped. And I don't blame them. People were scared. They were like, oh, if the founders, if the people who work on them mostly leave, what happened to the project? Will they die? So here's my take. Like, I want you to relax. Don't worry. The news is that these people are not actively working on this for a while now. They started the project, they started the idea, but they're not working on it actively. There's a team behind these projects to continue on. So this is the power of DeFi. Right? I mean, sure, I have my opinions about DeFi, but this is the power of having a team to look after something. So even though these two people left, we still have a team behind them. So I want you guys to calm down. It's okay. There's a team behind them. Even the foundation, the whole Phantom Foundation, it's not going to collapse because these people left. They left, sure, you lose a lot of institutional knowledge, you lose a lot of innovators behind it, sure. But there are really smart people behind these projects. They're continuously working on it. And that's what people are thinking. Like when they say they quit, the knee-jerk reaction is to just sell everything because I don't want to get involved in the project that's about to die, right? No, but the truth is they're not dying. These are great projects. They're very useful. They're not going to die. All right? There's a team behind them. They're not going to die. And what's interesting is about DeFi is that when they say that they are terminating on April 3rd, you can't terminate a project like that because when you deploy the contract, anyone can copy the contract and deploy it anywhere else. And then the front-end website, anyone can make a front-end website and just do it. Like that's how forks are done. That's how forks is done. So all of these, even if they quit, even if everything's removed, you could still build a website just to interact with the contract. So the contract will live in the blockchain forever. Anyone can deploy a copy of it. So you can't, the code is going to be there forever. The knowledge, the work that's been done on the code will stay there forever. They're not just going to be magically gone. You can't just shut it down. So anyone can take over. Anyone can continue the legacy that these guys have done. And of course, a lot of people are criticizing the way that they disclose this project by saying, how can you just announce this all of a sudden? Because all the people who were in it, they all got wrecked. Pretty much anyone who in this project got wrecked immediately after they posted this. So I have a problem with the way that they disclose this whole thing. And traditionally in a company, when the CEO leaves, when the CTO leaves, they always have somebody ready to continue on the work by now doing a good PR announcement to calm the investors. But in this case, they just say, we're going to quit. Nobody's going to take over. We're just going to shut it down. So in a way, it's like sounds like a rug pull to me. But if you think about it, these projects will continue on. There are people behind it. So we will see the continued development of these projects. So that's something you should keep in mind. So let me know what you guys think below. I am really saddened by this news. It's not good news to come out in a bear market. And there's a lot of conspiracies out there talking about, oh, maybe they know something before we don't, so they quit right beforehand. There's a lot of information down there. So let me know what you guys think below, and let me know like if you're going to continue to be in this project, if you continue to be bullish on Phantom. So let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. And with that said, I hope to see you guys in the next video.